Super Mario Z5 Redemption is a scratch game that I've been working on for the last 5 months, and it releases in 16 days from the date of recording. Having Super Mario Z5 in the name, this game is clearly inspired by it. Redemption is basically a remake of Super Mario Z5, but I see it as more than just a remake, and kind of like a Super Mario Z7. Today, I'll rank all 15 levels in the original Super Mario Z5. I'm Triangle520, and here are my rankings for the top 15 levels in Super Mario Z5. 15. Bowser in the Sky. This is the first Bowser level in the game, and that's basically all that it is. All you can really do here is fight Bowser, which is pretty easy, and get the Green Star, Captain Toad Star, and Shop Star. The platform is fine, but the level's just too small to really put it any higher. 14. Bowser in the Dark World. This is the second Bowser level, and it has more content than the first. You've unlocked Yoshi by this point, and a Luigi Star is hidden in this stage. The platform is also harder, and there are enemies present. Not much else to say here. 13. Cold Caverns. This is the second level in the game, which is fine for being a bit small. Everything feels a bit small, and the stars in this level feel less valuable than other levels because of the size. Also, all levels from now on have 8 stars in each, except for Bowser in the Fire Sea. Anyway, this level is just fine, and that's it. 12. Delfino Plaza. This level just feels extremely underwhelming, and almost disappointing. Being such a big nostalgia trick just turns to be an ugly building with a tall mountain to climb, and only a couple enemies. Although, there are more interesting stars here, with the introduction of Luigi Stars, as you rescued him in the previous level. Dark Mansion. Just a disappointing level overall that leaves a bad taste in your mouth. 11. Poison Plains. Well, let's just say that this level is not a plains, but rather a forest. The level itself is actually decent, with tricky platforming and decent stars. However, this level feels more like a filler level than a true level, as it is a bit on the shorter side in the game. And with there being 2 grass levels that are prior to this level, it makes Poison Plains not anything special. Would be a better level if there weren't 2 other grass levels better than this. 10. Tall Tree Territory. This is the first level in the game, and does a good job introducing the mechanics to the players, showing off springs, disappearing platforms, and tornadoes as well. Similar to Poison Plains, it doesn't do a whole lot to stand out of the pack besides being the first level, and the design is rather forgettable besides the tornado part. 9. Dark Mansion. This level is actually nice, with a cool mansion you can explore, and the little grassy area outside of it, with Captain Toad all the way left of the Odyssey. The boss fight is really easy, of course, and can be cheesed if you hold the extra spin jump while on top of the ceiling. But why would you need to cheese something so easy? Anyway, the platform is nice, and the enemy placements and disappeared blocks are good. Good level overall, just beaten out by 8 better ones. 8. Cool Mountain. As we are now about halfway with the rankings, this video will get very hard to make. This level is big compared to other levels in the game, where you can go left or right instead of just right in the levels mentioned earlier. The platforming is great, the enemies are pretty good, and so are the stars, with a cool Captain Toad Star hidden up in the clouds. Fun level overall, but I think the next level just beats it, and here's why. 7. Yoshi's Island. This level is pretty memorable and fun, with all the Toads replaced with Yoshis. There's also a Mega Goomba boss fight, which is also pretty easy. You unlock Yoshi in this level after defeating Mega Goomba. The enemy and star placement is pretty good. The reason this level is 7 and not higher is because it's too linear. I want to be able to feel like I can have choices on what I complete when, not just a straight line. Still a very fun level, especially for the Yoshi fan. 6. Peach Beach. This level has memorable platforming, with wall jumping, springs to get over walls, and the introduction of the Hug It Crab. On the left side of the Odyssey, there's a lot of wall jumping and running through straight sections. To the right, you jump over a tall wall with springs, and cross the islands with Hug It Crabs on them to meet Captain Toad at the end with a star. There's another beach level in this game, which I think is better though. 5. Tick-Tock Clock. Now that we are in the top 5, these are all the staple levels that everyone thinks of when somebody mentions Super Mario Z5. Tick-Tock Clock is a very interesting level, with clock hands, clock faces, and intricate platforming. Fun fact, the platformer is actually mirrored, so it's the same thing going left or right, with entities and stars moved around. There's also a multi-star that spawns if you have collected at least 51 stars by this point. Very fun and memorable level. 4. Bountiful Bono. This level is a very good level, similar to Yoshi's Island, with the Toads replaced by the species native to the land, forks. This level may be linear, but it does a great job giving the player some choice, with a few sections where you can choose which path to go through, with one leading to a star and the other continuing the course. The only thing leaving this level out of the top 3 is the Kukateel boss fight, which is stupidly easy. All Kukateel does is sit around and you just jump on their head a few times until they die. Great level, way too easy boss fight, if you can even call it that. 3. Waluigi Pinball. This level is an incredible linear level, with a fun spring gliding section, fun running and jump on Goombas, and an okay but easy boss fight against Dr. Spinball. Once you defeat him, you can save Waluigi and unlock Waluigi stars, which will be scattered across select levels for the remainder of the game. There's also a hidden Captain Toad star behind the wall, with springs placed to access it. Factoring in all this in just edges, Waluigi Pinball over Mount Volbono. Both incredible stages, at least in terms of Super Mario Z5. Okay, this was a very tough decision that had to be made, so here it is. The second best level in Super Mario Z5 is Shiny Seas. Shiny Seas is a very well put together level, which starts with a thunderstorm. If you go left of the Odyssey, you go through treacherous rocks with crabs everywhere. If you go right, you'll follow the stormy beach, which also has crabs everywhere. With a little bit of maze platforming, you get led to the Kamek boss fight, which is basically the same as the Dr. Spinball fight. But when you kill Kamek, not only do you get a multi-star, but it also becomes day. This really adds to the charm of the level and makes the stage memorable. And now, the best level in Super Mario Z5 is Bowser in the Fire Sea. The final level in the game, and what a final level it is. You start off with some jumps, which progressively get harder, adding on enemies. You get introduced to thwomps, which you have to escape quickly in order to not get squished to a bit. At the halfway point in the level, you get to this Bowser Jr. mini-boss. It's very easy as you just stomp on his head until he dies. Once he dies, you get a multi-star, and a spring to jump the wall so you can continue the level. Then, there are more thwomps and Goombas for a stretch, until you get to final Bowser. There's a heart just before the fight, so you can refill if needed. You stomp him out and run from his shell until he's defeated. And you win the game. I really wanted to put Shiny Seas above this level, no offense to people who love this level. But, after careful consideration, I just realized Bowser in the Fire Sea is truly the better level. And what an ending level this is. And that will do the video. So, Super Mario Z5 Redemption is going to be releasing on July 5th, which is in like 16 days from the date of recording. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and share the video. I will see you guys in the next video.